So, we finally did it, huh? 5 years on YouTube. Can we just take a moment to realize I have been doing this for 5 years? Like, my god, I have uploaded more than 500 videos, some better, some worse, but overall, yeah, it's been pretty great. 5 years just doing pretty much the same old stuff. But in these 5 years, I have met a lot of good people. So, you might have realized this by now, but for every 1 year special, I always try to do something a little different. So, what am I going to do for the 5 year special? Well, I think I just want to talk about random stuff. Like, stuff I have nobody to talk to. So, I'm going to use this channel, this video, to say everything, random stuff with absolutely no context whatsoever. So, I made a small list of everything I want to talk about, and I will say I like to begin with a list of special thanks to people who have been really special to me through this journey through YouTube. So, special thanks to all the people that are part of my YouTube career. Let's begin with MacDude73, the Canadian boy. So, I met MacDude73 like a long time ago on the Total Conversion server, and our meeting was really more of a coincidence than anything else. I was looking for someone to try my Blitzkrieg 2 custom battles, and MacDude was the one that posed himself as a volunteer. And from there, an entire series was born where he just played custom missions that I made. So I'm really glad about this, and also I will just like to take a moment to think 8 billion people on this earth, which are crazy numbers, but despite that, with 8 billion people, I am the only one to have MacDude73 playing a series of Blitzkrieg 2 maps. Like, out of every single person in this world, I was the chosen one. But yeah, this was the special thanks section for MacDude73, a really great person, really glad to have met him. Not only is he a great friend, but he also helps me a lot with scripting. Talking about scripting, my next special thanks is to Canyon, owner of the Canyon Studio Italian developer team. So Canyon is one of my friends. I met him on the Matthew Coder Discord server, and he has helping me a lot upload my first and currently only video game to the world. He's a great teacher and a really great Godot developer, and to be fair, I have been trying to get more into making more video games. Canyon, if you're watching this, grazie mille per tutto l'aiuto che mi dai, sei veramente una persona fantastica. Io di Godot proprio non me ne intendo, e se non fosse per te probabilmente non avrei ancora nemmanco fatto il mio primo videogioco. Quindi sai com'è, almeno avere un videogioco mi dimostra che so fare il primo passo, e adesso mi devo mettere d'impegno se voglio farne altri di videogiochi. But anyway, concluding that, my next special thanks goes to Army Hunter 12, the T-34 movie guy. So Army Hunter 12, I think it's the first ever person that I have ever met that has some kind of connection with my YouTube life. So I met him the first time in a World of Tanks custom battle where he was looking for people to make his T-34 short movie stuff, and it's kinda funny because the first time we met, we actually kinda had a little bit of a fighting. So do you remember the time you blocked me on WhatsApp?
No.
No? Really?
When did that happen?
Like a couple of years ago?
I don't remember that, no. Why did I block you on WhatsApp?
I think I was annoying you with the T-34 thing.
Ah,
but now we are good friends, and I also really have to thank Army Hunter because one time for a birthday he actually purchased me Sprocket. He went on my Steam page, he looked at my wish list and he got me Sprocket. So you know, Army Hunter, definitely a great guy. But anyway, next on the list we got Kenz. So Kenz, it's the Hungarian speedrunner.
Pasta, let's go.
Asta, let's go.
Pasta, I said pasta.
No, pasta. I thought you said Hungarian. Asta, let's go.
Pasta, let's go. Dude. Alright.
So I first met him while I was looking around on the speedrun.com page, and I was looking for codename Panzers. Sometimes I have like this habit of just looking on every page for codename Panzer related stuff, since you know, it's not a really popular game, and by chance I actually found the codename Panzer Puzzle 1 speedrun page. And there it was, good old Ken's speedrunning. So I start talking with him, I actually send my speedrun attempt of codename Panzer Puzzle 1, and the fun thing is, if I never send that speedrun attempt, it's likely he will have already gave up on the game, but me trying gave him the confidence and the determination to also try his own speedruns of every category. So now me and Kenz are great friends, and he's a great guy overall. Next on the list we got what I will call a celebrity, my friend which is the most popular, APC227. The German stop motion expert. So APC227, it's kind of a particular scenario. So he has about 150,000 subscribers, I think, maybe a little more. And of course, I met him the first time on YouTube, but then there was also the Discord channel, etc, etc. And it took some time, but overall, we became great friends, you know. Sometimes we share memes. He's a great guy, you know, he's really funny, has a great sense of humor. I just hope life is going to get easier for him, because he's really overworked. Talking about celebrities, let's move to a Polish celebrity, 7TP. So 7TP, it's a Polish content creator, which main content is making montages and memes of him playing video games. By the way, a fun fact, 7TP, it's actually a joke name for the 7TP, which was the main battle tank for the Polish forces in 1939. So you know, just a fun fact. So I have met 7TP. He has commented on under one of my videos and we became good friends. I am in his Discord server. Sometimes he asks for memes for his videos, so I always try to give him some of my own. Next, we have a really special case. The next person I want to talk about, it's Clement. So Clement, it's not a content creator or someone I have really met, but Clement, it's what I would like to call my best follower, my best subscriber. So from what I know, Clement is an Italian guy, just like me, and he, just by pure chance, have found my channel, and he left some really great comments. Actually, let's go and look for some of his comments right now. Okay, I managed to find his newest comment. So here we have Clement, which responded Garibaldi on a random video that I have uploaded. So we can see he has been publicly subscribed to my channel for more than 3 years, and he always leaves some really good comments like supporting me, and I really appreciate it. So Clement, if you're watching this, I have a message. Non ho idea di chi tu sei, Clemente, uno sconosciuto che ha trovato il mio canale e ha deciso di supportarmi, ma voglio che tu sappia che te ne sono veramente grato. Con le migliaia di centinaia di migliaia di canali là fuori, tu hai deciso di seguire me, hai deciso di supportare me. Non credo che ovviamente io sia l'unico, però comunque uno sconosciuto dal nulla tu hai pensato, ah, sai cosa? Questo ragazzo fa dei video interessanti e da allora hai sempre lasciato dei commenti, io ho sempre cercato di risponderli a tutti. Te ne sono veramente grato perché io, Clemente, sei tipo il miglior iscritto che vorrei al mondo. Un iscritto vero, reale, una persona vera che lascia dei commenti piuttosto che avere 10.000 iscritti finti, tutti bot oppure account finti. Un essere umano vero conta di più di 1 migliaia di cazzate a questo mondo e per questo grazie mille Clemente, sei veramente fantastico. But anyway, now that we have completed the special sections for Clemente, let's move to the new challenger. The new challenger, he's an amazing guy. We pretty much found out about each and other channels just by pure chance. We started leaving some comments, then we started talking on Discord, and we became great friends. If I had to symbolize the new challenger in a single word, it will be innocence. Like, I talk a lot with the new challenger, and he just always sounds so calm, so tranquil, so happy. Like, I'm not kidding when I say that I don't even think the new challenger knows about swear words. Like, every time I am with him, he's always so positive, so innocent. He's like the incarnation of peace itself, and I really respect that because I wish I was as innocent as he was. The new challenger, he's just a great guy to be around with. He always managed to improve the situation no matter what. Next, we got SGT Amici, which right now has also another name. He goes by SGT Fraud. He's the Spanish guy that has revived codename Panzers. So remember before when I said that I just go randomly on random sites looking for codename Panzer stuff? Well, I was going once again on YouTube looking for codename Panzer Puzzle 2 and I found this video called SGT mod for codename Panzer Puzzle 2 and I was like, oh my god, this is a recent video. Someone actually remembers this game. Let me look if I can still find the video. Okay, so I found the video. The video is technically not listed, but because I have it saved in a playlist, I can still access to it. So the video is called Codename Panzer Puzzle Mod and it was uploaded 4 years ago, 21 August 2021. So anyway, if we scroll to the comment section, we can see 15 comments. And all 15 comments, it's literally just me and SGT talking. And we are like, oh my god, you still play Codename Panzer Puzzle 2? Yes, I was thinking I was the only one. And this is pretty much how the SGT mod was created, was born. And we still keep talking to this day. He has been making some really great updates to his mod. And to be fair, I should really be making more videos on his mod. It's just, you know, I'm starting to growing up, I need to face some responsibility, I'm actually looking for a job. But this doesn't mean I will give up on YouTube. Sure, I might start making less videos, but I'm still going to make them, you know. Something that I will live and die by, it's that YouTube, it's an hobby, something you do for fun. The moment you start looking at YouTube like a job, to me, you become one of the stupidest people on earth. You are counting on an application controlled by a big company to earn enough money to actually afford to live and afford to buy you stuff. Like, at any point, YouTube can just shut down your channel for whatever reason, and there goes your job. And I know that you could technically say that about your job, but I don't trust YouTube one bit. And this is why I'm only doing this as a hobby, as a means to have fun. I upload videos because me and my friends are having fun, and I don't plan to ever make a profit out of this. But yeah, anyway, SGT, great friend, we can relate to a lot of stuff, and he's a lot of fun to be around with. He's working on the mod, he's also a great scripter and a modeler. So, you know, SGT definitely a really good person. Last but not least, we have a special mention, someone who is really special to me, but because he doesn't have like a surname, like a code name, and because I don't want to give away his real name to respect his privacy, we are going to call him Giangiulio. So Giangiulio, I met him in a comment section of an old video, and we pretty much bounded along really easily. We made like a Rickroll comment section, it was a lot of fun, and to this day, we still talk, and Giangiulio, he's a great guy, he's from Europe, and he's dealing with depression, which is really bad stuff, so I'm always there trying to cheer him up, to help him, but he's a great friend. Like, whenever I manage to make him laugh, it really heals my soul, and that's pretty much all of the mentions I wanted to do. These are all of the people which I have really bonded with, and there are technically some another people which I could talk about, but you know, if I had to sit here to name every single person, I will probably go crazy. Like, to give you an example, there is this guy, which I have also in a playlist called Metal Aetus, and he has uploaded this video, which I found by pure chance, like it was recommended to me like, 4 years ago? So the video is called College Exam Distress Session Blitzkrieg Anthology Allied Campaign. So he's playing Blitzkrieg Anthology, which is a really great choice. So I leave a comment, which is the only comment under the video, and I say, shit, soon I'll have a college exam, what do I do? Oh, I know, let's play some Blitzkrieg and upload it on YouTube. Absolute legend. And he answers, me from 6 years ago appreciates you so much. Have a good one, bro. So you know, I have a lot of these small interactions that I really keep in my heart. So there are a lot of smaller people which, you know, I don't really know, but we have these kind of interactions which are really wholesome. But of course, I cannot name every single one. First one, because I don't remember all of them on the spot, and second of all, because this video will probably not be ready for the 5 years anniversary. So this was the section where I give my special thanks to people who have meant a lot to me in my YouTube career. So now, let's move to something else. Hey, Chronological Gamer of the future here. So I just finished editing the next part of the video, which if you're wondering, it was supposed to be an entire section where I show you World of Tanks replays I have saved over the year. But I'm gonna be honest, it's 1.5 hours long. And it's not really that interesting. So instead, I'm going to switch this section from me showing you World of Tanks replays to something I think it's gonna be more interesting, which is every game which I used to love and now has been destroyed by capitalism. So as you heard from past me, let's talk about games I used to love but now I hate. So let's get the first one right away out of the list. We all know it, there is no need for presentation. What? So as I say, there is no need for presentation. This is the game that pretty much everyone knows. And I don't think mine it's a particularly special story. Basically, World of Tanks began as the game for people that first understood what was the difference between a tank and another. And slowly but surely, but most importantly, sadly, World of Tanks became from, oh, this is the tank game, to, oh, this is the pay-to-win game. World of Tanks ruined by wargaming. It was such a cool experiment, such a cool beginning, where you could learn about all of these different tanks. Oh, so it's the difference between the Panzer IV and the Panzer III. Oh, so is the difference between this variant of the Sherman and this variant of the Sherman. And now literally nobody gives a fuck about learning history, and everyone that's left playing the game either does it out of nostalgia or because they spend too many money and then don't want to feel like they wasted it, or because they are just, I don't know, they have nothing else better to do than to play World of Tanks. So yeah, long story short, World of Tanks used to be the game about tanks. It was so cool, it was so fun, there were so many stupid strategies you could do, and now, if you don't have the best tank and at least 60% win rate, you are basically nothing and no one. Of course, this is not actually true. As long as you have fun, you can do whatever you want, but the problem is that World of Tanks, it's not fun in the slightest. So if you're still playing that game, my condolences, and let's move to the next one. The next game, however, it's one that some of you may not know, but I have done a fair amount of videos about it. The game in question, it's Crossout. So let me tell you, when I first saw Crossout, I was so amazed. The concept of being in a Mad Max-like world, having to build your car to survive and destroy the enemy, back then it was such a cool idea, and actually it's thanks to Crossout if I actually know what Mad Max is. So the idea of Crossout was amazing, because you could build your car however you wanted, like, and you could place the machine gun here, or you could place it there. You had basically unlimited options, and then there were like the special abilities with which weapon, the modules, the cabin. But then again, this is a compilation of games I used to love but now I hate. So what happened? Well, just like with World of Tanks, Crossout has seen a huge monetization spike, so now they have the Battle Pass, they have special events, and there are the Relic Weapons. Relic Weapons are weapons that are really special, really strong, and they cost as much as a car. I wish I was joking. So yeah, Crossout, it's really fun for the first couple of hours, but once you reach a certain point, you realize that you have to grind so much, and if you're fighting against other people that have actually like put the effort, or in alternative their credit card into the game, you don't really stand a chance. So it's an amazing game. I will actually rank Crossout higher than what? Just because of how much freedom you had to build your own car. Also, Crossout used to have a single player mod, or to better say, they had a story mod, where they go over the story of Crossout and you meet each faction, and it was so cool. And then they abandoned it. The developers just abandoned the story mode. So you got like, I don't know, 20 missions and that's it. It's over. And I'm like, damn, that's so much wasted potential. But this, it's a pattern that you can pretty much see in any of these games that now are nothing more than a broken shell of their former self. The next game I want to talk about, it's a game from a trilogy. So some of you will probably not know this, but the game I'm talking about, it's Blitzkrieg 3. So there is the trilogy, Blitzkrieg Anthology, Blitzkrieg 2 Anthology, and Blitzkrieg 3 without the anthology. So what is the story of Blitzkrieg 3? Well, it's the story of some really stupid developers. All I'm going to tell you is that they made the single player campaign required to have connection to the internet. This sentence alone shall clarify any reasons why this game failed. So you know, you got the first Blitzkrieg, which was pretty much the founding father of it all. Then you had Blitzkrieg 2, which was a step up from Blitzkrieg 1. And then you had Blitzkrieg 3, which was different from anything that came before it, but at least it was kinda fun, you could still play it. People didn't like it because it had a different art style and different mechanics from the first two, which I can understand. But the biggest problem is they made Blitzkrieg 3 around multiplayer, and the single player campaign was like side content. Then they realized, oops, actually Blitzkrieg 3, it's not really making us that many money, so we are going to shut down the multiplayer, which was like the entire point of Blitzkrieg 3. And the worst part is, I heard this from different people. It looks like everyone is having a different problem. And my problem with Blitzkrieg 3, it's if I try to run the game, there were supposed to be 3 nations, Germany, USA, and USSR. Okay, so I am stuck in the USSR faction, which means that 2/3 of the game are gone. Of course, there is also no multiplayer, which was like the most important thing. Like, Blitzkrieg 3 was this kind of Clash of Clans-like game, which, I mean, it's not like it was a bad idea, but it wasn't really original, but at least they were trying to do something original, which is cool. Like, I feel like so many developers are scared to try new stuff because they're going to get backlash. So to be fair, the beginning of Blitzkrieg 3 was great, but then they removed everything which made Blitzkrieg 3 cool. And now, on top of not being able to play multiplayer, you also cannot play single player. So pretty much all that Blitzkrieg 3 is now, it's just like a glorified screensaver. Like, you can look at the map, you can look at your base, and that's about it. So yeah, my problem is that I am stuck in the USSR campaign. I heard of people that instead couldn't even launch the game. Like, if they try to run Blitzkrieg 3 on their computer, the computer will crash. And I would like to ask sorry to everyone which has spent money on Blitzkrieg 3 and got scammed, just like me. The next game I want to talk about, it's kind of a special scenario, because it's actually not a game I hate. It's just, as I said, a really special scenario, so let me explain. So the game I'm talking about, it's Age of Empire 3 Definitive Edition. So, Age of Empire 3, why do you hate this game? So as I said before, I don't hate it, but rather I dislike some aspects of it. So basically, I remember playing a lot of Age of Empire 3 when I was a kid, and I wanted to try to get into multiplayer. So I watched some tutorials and I realized that the multiplayer of Age of Empire 3 was like so much out of my league. Like, to make you understand, the way Age of Empire 3 works is that you got different ages. Age 1, Age 2, Age 3, Age 4, and Age 5. So when the game begins, you are Age 1, and you should try to reach Age 2 as quickly as possible. So for me, in average, it will take about 10 minutes to reach Age 2. You know how quickly you should be able to reach Age 2? Normally, in a competitive multiplayer match of Age of Empire 3, it should take you around 3 to 5 minutes to reach Age 2. So I was taking twice as long, which was just putting me at such a disadvantage. And to be fair, I got better, but like, the reason I'm putting Age of Empire 3 in this list is because the single player is so different from the multiplayer. In the single player, you can play for hours, maybe even days, you can do whatever you want. In the multiplayer, every single second matters, and that kind of pressure, oh my god, dude, I just want to play Age of Empire, doing some stupid strategy, maybe spamming pikemen. I don't want to have to micromanage everything, build a perfect counter to your unit, having to like defend all of my settlers, resource, deck building, oh my god. Age of Empire 3, it's a really special scenario, because I feel like that his strengths are also his weakness. It is easy to understand, but almost impossible to master. And I recognize that some of this, it's a skill issue, like, you know, I'm not good at this game and I shall get better. But when I first played, like, I remember it was, I was playing with Great Britain and my adversary was the Aztecs. So the way I like to play Great Britain, it's there was this card which gave all of your grenadiers a pocket mortar. The pocket mortar was great because it increased your damage and your range. So I had like this army of grenadiers and I was like, man, this army, it's great. Then the Aztec rushed me and completely destroyed my army, and that really humbled me. So yeah, the reason I'm putting Age of Empire 3 Definitive Edition here, it's because I don't hate this game, but I think it's like really hard to understand how to play the multiplayer. So yeah, I like this game, I want to play it more, I want to make some videos on it, but I'm not really sure if any of those videos will be about multiplayer. Like 99 of the games I have ever played on Age of Empire 3 were either skirmish against AI or the single player campaign, which let me tell you, the single player campaign of Age of Empire 3 has some of the best story ever. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Okay, but you know what? I think it's time for a plot twist. So far I have only talked about games that I used to love but now I hate, with the exception of Age of Empire 3. So how about we do the opposite? Let me talk about a game that I used to hate but now I love. Do any of you remember this video? Because in this video I talk about a game which I really didn't like at the time. Well, that game was Company of Heroes 3. And let me tell you, nowadays I really like Company of Heroes 3. They have done such an amazing redemption arc, like they went from having everyone hating the title to actually saving the situation. Like Company of Heroes 3 was pretty commonly hated, but now I see a lot of people that actually enjoy the game, and I am one of those people. So what happened? Well, when the game first released, it was full of bugs, full of problems, full of glitches, and the developers did nothing about it. But then, the developers had like this change of heart, and they actually started listening to the community. Bugs started disappearing, glitches were fixed, new content was being added, balancing changes, and stuff like this. So as of today, 3rd January 2026, I can say that Company of Heroes 3 is a pretty cool game. But I think this is it for this section of me talking about video games, so let's see what I have ready for the next section. So for the next part of this video, I want to show you some clips which don't really have context, so I could not use in a normal video, but they are perfect for this one. So the first couple of clips are about a video game which I have made some videos about, but it wasn't really too popular. So yeah, let's begin by showing off those clips. So at first, I'm just going to let you see the clip, and after that I'm going to comment on it. So there is this enemy in front of me, and the special ability of this video game is that you can ricochet cells out of walls. I shoot the wall, I ricochet, and luckily I managed to get a kill. So overall, a pretty good way to start this clip showcase. But this one, in my opinion, it's even better. So I shoot, I ricochet off a wall, I ricochet out of enemy, I ricochet one last time and manage to get the kill on an enemy. That was a combination of 3 ricochets that was really amazing. But this last clip is the one that gets the prize as the number one. So in this replay, I randomly shoot at a wall, which bounces in the direction of an enemy, then I get a double bounce and manage to kill an enemy. But why do I say that in my opinion this is the best clip out of the three? It's because this was a competitive game, which means all players are like 3 times better than anyone else. And I believe the guy I killed was the best player on the enemy team. So you know, that's pretty cool. The next couple of clips are not about a gameplay, but they're actually like a short compilation of MakeDude73 laughing. I don't know what is it about him, but he has such a way to cure depression just by laughing, so enjoy this compilation made by me. So thank you to MakeDude73 for curing my depression. And now let me tell you something. So I may be a little bit of an attention seeker, and let's say I have like a small smile every time I hear my name pronounced in a channel of someone else. So here's a sort compilation of every time my name was said in another channel.
Say my name.
E sono Chronological Gamer che sono entrambi durati ben 25 giorni. E quelli che volevano il farming game hanno fatto un intero partito politico per far votare il farming.
Let's move to the final part of this video, which in Italian you will call I buoni propositi per il prossimo anno. So, what are these buoni propositi per il prossimo anno? Well, translated it will pretty much mean everything that you want to do in the new year. So I actually have a small list of everything I want to do regarding, of course, YouTube. So, let's take a look at the list I prepared for the me of tomorrow. So, list of everything, videos and series I still have to do. So, I have to do the full series of 1942 Pacific Front, 1943 Deadly Desert and 1944 Burning Bridges. On top of that, I have to play both DLCs for Blitzkrieg 2 Anthology, Liberation and Fall of the Reich. On top of that, I still need to finish my Codename Panzer speedruns. I have been talking with Kenz and he's wondering why I am not completing all of the categories. And the easy question is I'm really lazy and I really can't commit to stuff because Codename Panzer speedruns, they take at least 1 hour, and imagine your game crash like on Mission 7. Oh my god. On top of that, I also want to make some challenges and some custom missions video, and maybe remake some of my older videos which I'm not really proud about. So yeah, Chrono of the Future, if you're watching this, metti quel culo sulla sedia e inizi a fare video che ne hai così tanti da fare. But except jokes, this has been pretty great, and to think that I have been here for 5 years doing this, for pretty much no reward other than my own enjoyment and those of my friends, I'm really proud of myself. I might be a really small and insignificant channel in the big scheme of things, but at least I can say I never used AI, I never made slop, I never made content that I didn't want to for the sake of money. As I said, and I will keep saying, YouTube, it's an hobby, not a job. And I truly believe that the day I will have more subscribers than videos will be the day that something will change in my life. I'm not sure if it will be a change for the better or for the worst, but it will definitely be a change. But anyway, this was everything for the 5-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for everyone that has been watching me, and I will be seeing you all in the next video.